And this is the quick review, and we're graphing quadratic functions. And so it's important that you understand and know this pattern, right? This is the pattern that clues everything. We know our A value is going to determine max or min. Positive A is a min, negative A is a max. We know if the value of A, absolute value, is greater than 1, the parabola is steeper. We know if the value of A is less than 1, the parabola is wider. Okay. We know the vertex is h, an x value of h, and a y value of k. So it's important that you know this form. It's very, very important because we get all of that information out of this form. Okay. So again, we know our vertex is hk. So what happens if you have something like this and you're told to graph y equals 1/4 times quantity x minus 3 quantity squared minus 1. So the first thing you should do is determine, hey, is this a max or a min? It's a min. I know that because the A value is positive, right? The multiplier of the x squared term is positive. All right, let's go ahead and figure out the coordinates of the min point. It's a 3 because the h is 3, and a negative 1 because the k is 1. Okay, so let me show you the pattern. If we just had y equals x squared, I'm sorry about that. I hate when I do that. If we just had y equals x squared. So if we just had y equals x squared, there would be the parabola, but this one's different, right? It's not at the origin, so the vertex is not at 0, 0. It's translated 3 to the right and 1 down, right? The x coordinate goes right and left, the y coordinate up or down, so 3 to the right and 1 down. All right, and it's relatively wider than this because the a value is, absolute value of the a value is less than 1. Okay, so how would I plot this? First thing I would do is plot my vertex at 3, negative 1, which would be right there, right? So I plot my vertex, and then the rest I'm going to do with an XY chart. With an XY chart. Now, I've got a 4 denominator here, so I'm going to go 2 away from the 3, right? I'm at 3. I'm going to go 2 away, and so I'm going to use a 5 here in my XY chart. Okay, so putting 5 in for x. So right here I'm going to have 5 minus 3 is a 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 1/4 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, we have the point 5, 0. And again, my line of symmetry is right here, right? So if I go 2 this way for a point, I go 2 that way for the other point. And so I know I have a point right here. Okay, and again, I'm going to go 2 away. I'm going to go to 7. So 7 in here, 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 7 is a 3. And again, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 away to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 away to the left. And here is my parabola. You can see it's relatively wide. We got a vertex at 3, negative 1. XY chart to finish it out. And it all comes because I know this pattern. All right. So again, how do you start the graph? Read whether it's a max or min. Determine the coordinates of the min point in this case. Then from that point, use an XY chart and the line of symmetry to finish out the parabola.